Well, it is still a close race, but anyway you cut it, the news for Barack Obama this morning is good news. Two polls, the Hotline and Newsweek, now show Obama with a double-digit lead nationally, and he is leading by smaller margins in the other national polls. The news from the battleground states is also good for Obama. He has leads in Florida, in Virginia, and Colorado, all states that went Republican last time, and he is in the margin of error in North Carolina, which also went for Bush the last time. Among the key states that John Kerry won for the Democrats last time, Obama has opened what one poll says is a double-digit lead in Pennsylvania. McCain is still up by a little in the key state of Ohio. No Republican, of course, has won the presidency without Ohio. And McCain is still up in Missouri. To talk about where it all goes from here, first let's go to Lindsey Graham, one of Senator McCain's closest advisors. Senator, the good news for Senator McCain today, well, there doesn't seem to be very much of it, but is there some good news out there for him?
Yeah, I think we're going to have a debate Wednesday where John can be able to show the public where he will take this economy that's hurting by keeping your taxes low and not increasing spending, and compare the records of Senator Obama when it comes to taxing and spending, and use the debate with you to make sure that America knows that this candidate, Senator Obama, who's masquerading as a centrist, is anything but a centrist when it comes to taxing, spending, and social policy. And at the end of the day, I think we're going to be choosing between two candidates who have a different view of where to take America. And the one thing I would like to say about this week is I think the campaign hit an all-time low from my point of view when you have a statement issued by John Lewis from Georgia saying that Senator McCain and Sarah Palin are conducting themselves in a way like George Wallace, inspiring hatred, is an absolute offense to people like me who are close friends of John McCain, to all of his supporters, and we're not going to be intimidated by this playing the race card simply because Senator Obama's record has been attacked in a very fair way. The rhetoric and the record don't match when it comes to Senator Obama, and this is not going to work. It may have worked with the Clintons, but it's not going to work with us.
Well, I think, Senator, you'd have to admit that in some of these rallies, the campaign, the mood has turned rather sour. Some people would say quite mean. Just Friday, when Senator McCain was at one rally, one man got up and said he was scared. Senator McCain had to tell him, no, you don't need to be scared. And when he said that, people booed. And then there was this. Listen to this.
I can't trust Obama. I have read about him, and he's an Arab. He is not. No?
No, ma'am. He's a decent family man, citizen that I just happen to have disagreements with on fundamental issues, and that's what this campaign is all about. He's not. Thank you.
So, Senator Graham, apparently even John McCain thinks this thing may have gotten over the line.
Well, let me tell you about being over the line. Millions of dollars of money have been spent by Obama against Senator McCain, attacking stem cell research proposals that are, quite frankly, a lie. His campaign is awash with money because he broke his word. He opted out of public funding. We can't be responsible for what one person says at a rally surrounded by 1,000, but John McCain has never conducted himself in any way to incite hatred. He has compared his record to that of Senator Obama in a fair way, in a firm way, and will keep doing it. But the idea that John McCain and Sarah Palin are conducting themselves like George Wallace is just incredibly offensive to me and all those who support Senator McCain, and we're not going to take this. We're going to challenge Senator Obama's record versus his rhetoric.
All right, well, let's get another point of view here. Doug Wilder, former governor of Virginia, now the mayor of Richmond.
Good.
Has the McCain campaign gone over the line?
You know, when you hear Senator Graham say that they can't be responsible for one person putting the cover all over the McCain campaign, yet he just put Obama down because of what John Lewis had to say. This campaign is about change. It's about bringing the American people into be a part of what's going on. And I think a lot of people see it. You mentioned at the first outset of this program that things aren't going too well for the McCain campaign. And why? They're not talking about issues. They're not talking about resolving those issues. They're not talking about making life better for the American people. They're not talking about what to do with the economy, to rebuild our infrastructure, to build roads and bridges, and how to put people together rather than to divide them. I don't think it's important to determine who went over, who didn't go under. The American people are really concerned is who is with them. It's amazing when you look at what's going on and the young people who are involved. Driving up here from Richmond today, I see all of the bumper stickers on people, and I look to see who's driving those vehicles. They're not African Americans. They're not necessarily minority groups. People recognize that this country has not gone in the right direction in the last 7.5 years.
All right, well, let's go down to Florida, Tampa. Congressman Adam Putnam is down there. He's part of the Republican leadership in the House of Representatives, Republican. Congressman, is this about the economy or is it about some of these other things?
Well, you know, clearly here in Florida, this is virtually ground zero for the economic and housing anxiety that's out there. And there is a deep well of support for John McCain. John McCain was the only man who went to the last debate with specific to relieve some of the anxiety on the average homeowner. John McCain has deep support among the military retirees who've settled here in Florida. He has great support in Southeast Florida among the pro-Israel community, and here in the I-4 corridor, which is my congressional district, the swing district of a swing state, he is polling a number of points ahead of Barack Obama, this is an area, this area between Tampa and Orlando, that he has to win the state.
But he doesn't seem to be leading. Well. He doesn't seem to be leading in the Florida polls overall. I mean, it's my understanding that Obama has opened a small lead down there.
Obama has had a good couple of weeks and has opened up a small lead, but we have a long way to go, and I think John McCain is going to retake that momentum with this upcoming debate. He's going to retake the momentum in Florida because of his specific proposals that will improve the economy, that will support small businesses. You know, Barack Obama thinks that we need to increase taxes on small businesses in order to save small businesses. This is a state that's very dependent on mom and pop operations, and they understand that that's just not going to work.
All right, well, out to Colorado now, and Governor Bill Ritter, he is a Democrat, of course. Governor, the Republican Party chair out there, I understand it, Dick Wadhams, says that Senator McCain shouldn't let up on Barack Obama and his associations with people like Reverend Wright and this fellow Ayers, the anti-Vietnam protester. What's your sense of it? Because I know that Obama does seem to have a small lead out there.
Yeah, I think he has about a 4-point lead in most of the polls. That's a nice trend for him in the last few weeks, and really that would be, I think, typical of Dick Wadhams to think that that kind of negative campaigning would set well. The fact of the matter, in Colorado, this is going to be decided by independent voters, and independent voters care about the economy. They've watched McCain over the last few weeks behave erratically where the economy was concerned and where his response is concerned. Obama, on the other hand, has shown just this steady, consistent way of responding. He's thoughtful, he is specific, and I think that's really not just in Colorado but around the country where you see these swing states trending for Obama. It's because of the great contrast in their different styles of leadership as they campaign about the economy.
How long has it been since a Democrat has actually carried Colorado?
In 1992, Bill Clinton carried it. I think it was maybe 40 years before that, when another Democrat carried it. So it's only been a couple of Democrats in the last 50 years, and Clinton in 92, not in 96, though.